Right, that's one. Oh. Right, shout out to the lads down at Keelman's. Them that seek the truth there. Yes, no, it makes sense. Right, let's get into a couple of bits of this 15-minute cities and rest. So before I get into that, right, Angela put emails to Clownhead Pam Smith and Total Clown Nick Kemp, as others have, and they haven't even bothered answering. They're going to get another one. That's been over a fortnight, man. This is the kind of crap they come up with, you know. Right. She submitted a freedom of information for the 15-minute cities, and she's listed quite a bit that she wants to know on. So that's in the freedom of information. That's another week to 2 weeks. As soon as something comes back on it, I'll hire it on you and see what you make of it yourselves there. Right, 15-minute cities, we'll just get back to that one. So when I was talking about the 15 minutes, it's over 15 minutes. So if you travel over 15 minutes 100 times, if you've got 2 cars, then that's 50 each. Have a think about it, man. It doesn't take long to use that up, and then you're going to be charged something like, I don't know it down there, they're doing it, I haven't seen the figures yet, but roughly £12.50, yeah, every time you're going to. So here's an example. Right, I'll take Angela to work and drop her off. She works over the Freeman Hospital. So if I was to just do that once, instead of going to pick her up again and bring her back, without me going to work or doing anything else, or a red hot day and all this crack, you want to go and do the course at 48 degrees, well, you got to pay for it, aren't you, of course. So that would be just one trip only, would be 33 weeks, because Angela works three days a week, part-time there. That will be 33 weeks, and after that I'm going to charge us. What would be the point of going in part-time working at the Freeman Hospital when we're just paying and doing charges, eh? Oh, disgrace, man. They're trying to kick off the roads, and as we know, them roads have been paid for 1 million times over by them. It's all another disguise, it's and all this. Matthew Bank at Jesmond. So what they're doing, they've already started that then. What we've noticed is down Matthew Bank, they've already got part of it blocked off. Down on the left as you're going down. When you look, there's quite a number of cars down there which can't come out that way, so they're now going to have to go a different way, which is up the top, so that's going to clog their streets up there for them to come around and have to come back down here to go around there. And when you look at the top where the traffic lights are, where they're going to have them coming out a bit now, like with all the other parts through the state, that's just allows one car or something out, man. It's just heaving with traffic, so it's just going to be backed up, and then we're going to get more fumes there. Another example, down south and all that, where it's kicked off and all that, they've already noticed outside of some schools, so by them restricting the traffic, they're queuing up in other streets to try and get out, of course. And lo and behold, one was outside of school, which the pollution went up 48% and all that, man. Hadn't been thought of at all. It's all about greed, control. That's what it's about. They're a disgusting set of people, man, you know this. Right, there's other stuff coming in. I'll just give you a heads up. Social credit system they're pushing for. That'll be the biggest mistake of everybody's life, doing away with cash. Because this is what they do. This is how they can get proper control of you, yeah? So what happened there was, over in Canada, with that dictator Justin Trudeau, that idiot, well, there was a freedom convoy and people that followed it and seen it. There was millions involved with this, man. This was massive about a year and a half ago, 2 years, and we're just trying to discredit them and all that. We're bullshit, calling them Nazis and all sorts of crap, man. This is people in power. This is how they do it. And what they've done was, they were trying to target people who were putting money into the kitty to try to help them fight for the freedoms, of course. And lo and behold, there was a single parent, a lady, a single parent. The police found out about it, so they got no better deal with it, apart from trying to track people who doing for the dictatorship. And what they've done was, they froze her bank account. So she couldn't get access to any money and all that. How she's supposed to survive? And this is what they're going to do, people. If them doing it like what you're seeing on YouTube, or whether you're speaking up, or whether you're going to McDonald's or something else, and they're doing like what you're doing, you go for your money, it'll be stopped like that. They'll just stop it. I'm telling you now, it's been done over there. Lebanon last week showed you a little clip. So there's guys, Irish guys, and a bit younger, they're each side of a bank, aren't they? So they're trying to get some money and all that, and the bank's not allowing them and all that, like. And they weren't all happy, they were going berserk. And then what they did was they piled tires up at the entrance to the bank and set it late, of course, They weren't happy at all, like. And this is how they're going to control you and operate you, right? Digital ID, that's coming in as well, you know. You've got to be very wary of this, man. That heinous person, Tony Blair, should be locked up now, like a few of them, but they didn't, you know. He's pushing this. I believe Rishi Sunak's missus or something to do with China, and I think there's some data involvement in that as well. Now, you know, it's all just pushy, and that's the same crack. Once you get a digital ID, man, they're then going to shove what they call a carbon footprint on you. They're going to put a carbon on you, and then you'll just be allowed to not do what you want, and he's left full control, nothing you can do about it. When it was in Canada, that Freedom Convoy, what they did was illegal. They went to the banks, the police went to the banks and others without going to court, and they stopped people's money, many people's money and all that, man. And this is how they're going to do it. Then we've got to chuck that clown out. How are they, man? Old idiot head. Plenty of them, eh? Right, next. What's next? Right, I was talking about that doing the Keelmans a couple of weeks ago, and we had a kind of interesting conversation about various things, and he went into sort of psychology parts and all stuff, which I have a little interest in myself. You know, it's good to know how you operate yourself. And he mentioned psychopaths, you know, and went in to explain a bit. So this is my theory on this. Like, what he says was, and it's true, psychopaths normally head for positions of power. Eh? Now, psychopaths are people with no empathy. Eh? So we've always wondered in this, why would people like the people at the top in the council, Catherine McKinnon Allies, and also this clown that was Professor Eugene somebody, is supposed to be a health guy who looked a total clown in the previous ones, if you followed it now, that. Why would this not bother them, of course? Because you know why? Psychopaths have to fill their own needs. They are going to be fulfilling their own needs at the expense of anything, your kids' health, your health, anything. Doesn't matter what it destroys, their needs are above everybody else's. So for me, it looks like we've got psychopaths in Georgia. It would explain quite a bit, actually. Quite a bit. What's my thoughts on that? He has a strange one. This is just, I'm high in this, just because I come across it with a guy I follow now, that, you know, and it's one of them, true but hard to believe. Right, here it is. It's Spain. It involves Spain. So Spain, I don't know if they've sorted out their problems out there, like, but this is what they've got in front of Parliament, yeah. So what they've put in front of Parliament is a sort of something they're looking to be passed. And what that is it's called zoophilia. Zoophilia. Never come across that name. But what that name is, what we would recognise that is bestiality, people. Animals. So what they're doing is, they're not saying it's illegal to beast animals, so to speak. What they're saying is, if them animals are damaged, then they're going to look at it and something could happen. What's going on over there? Can you believe that? You couldn't even believe that someone would have the gall to put that in front of Parliament. What's going on there? So I'll just say this. If you do manage to get tomatoes from Spain, make sure you wash them, man. You don't know what's been going on behind the scenes there. Right, I'm just hiding these last couple of bits. What it is, look, I recommend these news, people, to anyone that's interested out there. You've seen the mainstream news and all that, the lies that give you, the narratives and all that. They're part of the problem. They're in with Big Pharma, the globalists, who pay the mainstream media, get paid by Big Pharma, loads of them in America and here. And that's why they're not divert from the shit narrative they keep putting out about stuff. For instance, the Fauci ouchie, I'm not even going to mention it, otherwise mine will get blown off like other people's and all, you know. But I'll tell you this, if you want to know about the Fauci ouchie, a bit of news and all that, Dr. John Campbell, he's just one of them, and he's on it. And this is scientific stuff, yeah, it's proven. It's all the tests that's done. If you're interested and you get into that, you'll be shocked, you know. So I'm going to hire these few people out here that I recommend you follow, and you'll get an inkling of the WEF, World Economic Forum, for them that don't know it. It's a guy called Klaus Schwab, a German guy. It looks like some sort of German Nuremberg rally or something. He's ranting and raving about getting control of people, how they're going to do it and all this, and who's sitting around him but these leaders of different countries. Richie Sunak sits there, listens to this bullshit, the same as the rest of them, Bill Gates and all the rest. These are unelected people who are going to have a one system to run the world, and these are going to go with it, and that's why they're bringing this through. They're all following the WA, and if you're not up on it and you see it, you'll be shocked, you know. It's like some, like I say, German rand gun on. The last thing people would gun for, but hey, you've got your psychopathic leaders down the government doing it as well, you know. Them are obviously the same. Multi-millionaire, man. Do you think he's got any connection with us, man? Did you see the clown the other week? He went in for a Photoshop, man, serving some guy who's homeless now, like, and then he's got his pinny on now, like the cameras is there now, like standing there for a few minutes to show him. He's asking him about the business and all this crack. The bloke's on the street. He says, mate, are you not dealing with the sort of government crack and the problems we've got now? And then he's waffling on. Don't even a clue who he's talking to on out, man. Don't buy this bullshit. These all do the same up there, Catherine McKillen. These idiots up there, these Labour councillors and them turds down there do the same. And they're not good people. Proper psychopaths, so here we go. Mayor Tusi. I'll spell that because it's a tricky one. No, I highly recommend Mayor Tusi. He's on every angle of things and he keeps them short and he puts ones out every half hour and he's true media and it contradicts a lot of what you will be watching. Some of you that watch that mainstream media will be shocked because you've been lied to, you've been fed narratives, garbage, and they're misleading you. And they're misleading your kids, you know, so you just need to get up on it because it's all coming and these blokes are on it and they'll show you the facts, yeah. Mayor Tusi. Mayhar, Mayhar, Tusi, Tousi. Very good. Neil Oliver, right on it, Neil. You're right on it, mate. He's the next one that's going to get chased off GB News like they've just done to Mark Steyn. They don't want the facts out there about the Fauci, all the rest, you see. But they're getting caught out. There's people going to jail on this. Them that know about it will know this. Jeff Taylor, British guy. He puts all the facts out. He's on the ball, got a lot of followers. Good guy, good guy. And I'm going to say Russell Brand. Now, a lot of you will just step back and go, what, Russell Brand, that idiot? Which I used to think a lot of years ago. I didn't like the bloke and all that, you know. But lately I've watched him the last 2 years. And I'm going to say he's changed his views from whatever they call lefty and whatever. We'll just keep it simple. Not left, right, and all this bullshit. We'll just say what's right and wrong here. We'll keep it simple like that instead of confusing it. So he's now on the right side of the facts and stuff. And he's putting them out there. And I'm telling you, he's red pilled, what they call red pill. So he's changed his views through the people that are on him. And he's got millions of followers, you know. And he's speaking some proper truth and shows you facts. So, hey, I say get your heater on Russell Brand eventually and start watching him, you know. I think that's going to do. So what we're waiting for now is a freedom of information. Come back on a 15-minute cities. Them two stupid clowns down there, waiting for an answer and all that. Just sitting there like two, proper clowns. I'll just cut it out. I'm going to start swearing, you know, actually. So, hey, look. Take care. Come back, I'll props up. I'll come and hire it, yeah? Ta-ra.